Have you ever watched an old video that made you feel really weird and scared? Like the kind of video that stays in your head long after you've seen it? Well, get ready because we're about to check out 10 super creepy videos from a long time ago. These videos are so strange and spooky that they'll make you wonder about all the crazy things people caught on camera way back when. We've got mad scientists, scary ghosts, and a whole bunch of other weird stuff that'll give you the heebie-jeebies, so turn off the lights, snuggle up with your favorite blanket, and get ready for a wild ride through some of the strangest and most terrifying videos ever made. Number 10. The Mad Scientists Experiment. Starting our countdown is a super creepy story about a crazy scientist who has a living human head in his lab. This messed up guy seems to enjoy doing all sorts of weird and scary experiments on the poor head. Can you even imagine how awful it must be for that head stuck in a never-ending horror show of bad science? It's like something straight out of a nightmare. This freaky video is a reminder that not all science is good for people, and that some things are just too wrong and dangerous to mess with. Number 9. The Pig's Picnic. Surprise! In this weird video, a little girl is having a nice picnic when suddenly a pig shows up and starts dancing. You'd think she'd find it funny, but instead she decides to be mean and make fun of the poor pig. And just when you think things can't get any weirder, the video ends with a super creepy part that'll probably give you nightmares. It's like a reminder that even things that seem happy and innocent can turn dark and scary real quick. This video shows how something as simple as a picnic with a dancing pig can suddenly become really unsettling and leave you feeling kind of disturbed. Number 8. The Moon's Monstrous Appetite. Imagine you're an astronomer, just minding your own business and looking at the stars. Suddenly, the moon comes alive and tries to eat you. In this freaky video, that's exactly what happens. The moon gobbles up the astronomer's telescope in one big bite, like it's a midnight snack. As if that's not scary enough, the poor astronomer soon finds out that the moon has some hungry friends too. It's a crazy reminder that space is really, really big and filled with all sorts of weird and terrifying things that we can't even begin to understand. Talk about a wild night of stargazing. Number 7. The Frog. Some videos are just so bizarre that you can't even begin to explain them, and this one definitely fits the bill. The footage looks like it could be from a really weird and trippy video game called Abe's Odyssey. It's hard to tell exactly what's going on or what kind of creatures are involved, but one thing's for sure. It's super creepy and will send shivers down your spine. This video is a perfect example of how the things we don't understand can be way scarier than anything we can dream up in our wildest imagination. Sometimes, the unknown is the most terrifying thing of all. Number 6. The Electric Hotel. Nightmare. A couple thinks it would be fun to stay in a hotel that's all about electricity. But boy, were they wrong. As soon as they step inside, things start going crazy. In this strange place, electricity seems to make everything go bonkers. The normal rules of how things work don't apply anymore, and the couple finds themselves stuck in a really weird and scary dream world. It's like a warning about how technology can be dangerous if we're not careful, and how we should respect the way things are supposed to be. This video shows that sometimes, trying new things can lead to some pretty freaky situations. Number 5. The Little Girl's Hellish Journey. In this disturbing video, a little girl's visit to a pond takes a dark turn when demonic spirits emerge and drag her down to hell. There, she endures further torment at the hands of these malevolent entities. Just when all hope seems lost, she awakens in the real world, only to fall back asleep and find herself in a magical garden filled with goodness. However, this brief respite is short-lived, as she once again wakes up in the harsh reality of her own world. The film seems to suggest that our current existence is a far cry from the potential utopia we could experience, and that we are already living in a kind of hell. Number 4. Legend of a Ghost. Legend of a Ghost follows a young woman as she passes through a cemetery, only to find herself transported to a world inhabited by ghosts, vampires, and dragons. It's a realm where the lines between the living and the dead are blurred, and the rules of our world no longer apply. The woman must navigate this treacherous landscape, facing the terrors that lurk in every shadow. It's a reminder that the boundary between our world and the next is far more fragile than we might like to believe. Number 3. The Statue Torturer. In this confusing video, a woman seems to use some kind of magic to make little statues come alive. But instead of being nice to them, she starts doing really mean things. She uses fire to hurt the statues, making them feel awful pain. It's hard to understand why she would do something so cruel. Even though we don't know exactly what the video is trying to say, it's a scary reminder that sometimes people can have really dark thoughts and do terrible things. It shows that even in a world with magic, there can still be a lot of sadness and hurt. Number 2. The Red Spectre. Set deep within an underground grotto, this short film features a demonic skeletal magician who makes 2 women vanish in a burst of flames. Just when it seems that all is lost, a good spirit appears and reveals that the women have been safely transported to another location. It's a classic tale of good triumphing over evil, but the eerie setting and supernatural elements make it a spine-chilling experience nonetheless. Number 1. The House of Horrors. In our final video, a group of travelers seek shelter from a heavy rainstorm by entering what appears to be the most haunted-looking house imaginable. Little do they know that the house is more than just a creepy facade. As soon as they step inside, strange and inexplicable events begin to unfold. The house itself transforms into a massive face, and the travelers find themselves at the mercy of forces beyond their comprehension. The clip ends with a scene that can only be described as pure, unadulterated madness, a fitting conclusion to our list of creepy vintage videos. There you have it, 10 creepy vintage videos that are guaranteed to send shivers down your spine. These old clips serve as a reminder that the world is full of mysteries and horrors that we may never fully understand. They also showcase the power of film to capture and preserve the strange and unsettling moments that might otherwise be lost to history. So the next time you find yourself drawn to an old, obscure video, remember, you never know what kind of nightmarish visions might be waiting for you on the other side of the screen.